Hi, everyone, and welcome. Jim Bartles here on behalf of Ingstead Broadcasting in Minnesota and also J. Buckley Baseball Tours. I want to talk to you a little bit about our two tours we've got coming up for 2019. That's right, 2 trips again this year. First one's a Midwest trip, pretty much, July 20th through the 29th. And the second one is an East Coast trip, August 8th through the 16th. We've got brochures out on both of them. They look kind of like this. We have them for each of our respective radio stations in Minnesota. And also, if you go to the J. Buckley Baseball Tour brochure, it looks like this. You can look for trips 11 and 17. Those are the 2 custom trips that we'll be doing with J. Buckley Baseball Tours. They've been doing tours for 37 years. We've been doing them with them for 25 years. So this will be our 25th year coming up. All right, so let's talk about the trips real quick. We're going to have that first trip starting on July 20th. It starts out in Minnesota and goes over to Chicago, so pick up locations in both locations and along the way. And then our games include San Diego at the Cubs. Will be at Wrigley Field. Cincinnati will be at the Milwaukee Brewers. Real nice ballpark. Then we'll be back to Minnesota, and the Minnesota Twins will host the New York Yankees. Target Field, always one of the favorites around the country. We take in a minor league game on July 24th as the Cedar Rapids Colonels down in Cedar Rapids host the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. All right, on July 25th, Cleveland Indians will be at KC. We'll take that game in, be at Kaufman. On the 26th, the Houston Astros at St. Louis will be down at Busch Stadium. On the 27th, we're in Cincinnati as the Reds host the Rockies. And then we wrap up on the 28th with our baseball games, Minnesota Twins at the White Sox. And so we'll be there. And we check out of the hotel on the 29th of July. Some of the highlights on the trip: Field of Dreams movie site we'll take in Iowa. Sightseeing in Chicago and St. Louis, buffet reception at Harry Carey's, and admission to the Negro League Baseball Museum in Kansas City. All right, let's talk about the other trip now. Getting excited already. Here we go. Second trip we talked to you about, and that's going to be in August. On August 8th, we check in Newark, New Jersey, at the hotel there. Here come our ball games. On the 9th, Houston Astros at Baltimore Orioles. The 10th, the Washington Nationals at the New York Mets. The next day, Los Angeles Angels, some good players there. They'll be at the world champion Boston Red Sox. Then we go to Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum. On August 13th, Cincinnati Reds at the Washington Nationals. The next day, Chicago Cubs at Philadelphia Phillies. And on the 15th, our final game, Cleveland Indians at the New York Yankees will be in the Bronx. And we check out of the hotel on the 16th. Now listen to some of the extra highlights on this trip. Guided tour of Camden Yards. Guided tour of Manhattan. Admission to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Sightseeing in Baltimore, Boston, Washington, D.C. We got some special things planned there. Also Philadelphia and New York City. Going to be a lot of fun. Right now, as we do the recording on this, we're about half full on our first bus on the first trip. And on the second trip on the East Coast, we're already filling up on bus number 2 on that trip. A very, very popular trip. So check it out. Again, if you go to the Buckley brochure, trip 11, trip 17. Otherwise, you can call me direct if you've got questions. I'll be part of the escort team for both trips. My phone number is 507-766-4015. Or you can email me directly, jim@knuj.net. We hope you can join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're going well, and we really enjoy being part of the escort team, and I think you'll enjoy the trip as well. Fantasy Baseball Tours, join us in 2019.